it's Mr. Feelings and Wildfire Entertainment. Spider, you know what we think. And we tell them already making money could never be a sin. Wildfire, what did I say? Huh?
Show me some money, enough of them get vexed. Show me some money, enough of them wonder what come next. Show me some money, enough of them start screw. Nigga, me not care about you. Show me some money, enough of them bad mind. They want stop Mr. Feelings from Shabba, but his mind is going to be mine. But his mind is going to be mine.
Me never born with no gold spin on my mouth. No, me never living on a 3-story house. No, me never know about no expensive couch. No, me just know what hustling all about. Yeah, my hustle hard and me not stop play. Me hustle hard 'cause that is the way. Thank Father God for guiding me through the day. That's why me always a hope and pray. When you a climb them, why you fi fall? When you a walk them, why you fi crawl? Bad mind nigga, why you fi stall? But them can't get you out no water ride. So we a hustle every day. We a hustle and you know we not play. Gotta make the money, make it anyway. Gotta make the money that they say.
Some money enough of them get vexed. Show me some money enough of them wonder what come next. Show me some money enough of them start screw. Nigga, me not care about you. Show me some money enough of them bad mind. They want stop Mr. Feelings from Shabba, but his mind is going to be mine. But his mind is going to be mine.
I'm a money dreamer. Big up my friend Charlie Blocker.
Good night, good night, good night. This is episode 5. I want to say welcome to Watch the Cock Part 5. My topic tonight is who is most dangerous, men or women? We know there's a lot of things going on social media. Oh my God. I didn't even want to bring this topic, but you know, the cocks are talking. But let's just say that. And the side chicks are talking, the wives are talking, and this is a situation that's been going on for time. This is nothing new, you know what I mean? But I think it's a time to where I don't really know if women are tired, you know what I mean? And we're in a place to where our voice is being heard. There's a lot going on. It's the women's um vice president running for president. It is a lot. Right, it is definitely a lot, but we definitely want to talk about what's going on. Yesterday I couldn't even cook my meal properly. You know what I mean? And there's some things trending in Guyana. Um, some people don't want to say Guyana, some people want to say Africa or whatever the situation is, but we definitely want to say Lola and her husband Kurt. Relationship issues. What should we say? What should we not say? What should we discuss about our marriages? What should we not discuss about our marriages and things like that? And those are the things that we want to talk about tonight. Definitely, my husband he's like, yo, I'm getting in on this conversation tonight. So tonight topic is very sticky. You know what I mean? Some of the guys that I know, some of my male friends have been definitely talking. It's like, yo, Shine Bright, I definitely got to come on your show. Definitely, we want to talk about these women. So the cocks are talking. So welcome to the Cock Podcast. Definitely like and share. Definitely we want you guys to come tonight. We are streaming on Facebook. We are streaming on YouTube tonight. Um Listen, I want to shout out to all my followers right now. We are 248. Definitely like the YouTube page. We are still on the go for 500 followers. So definitely, even though you guys are liking the Watch the Cock page, you guys are watching, Watch the Cock website. I definitely want you guys to subscribe to our YouTube channel as well. So definitely don't be afraid to hit that like, turn on all your notification bells. Definitely, I have a lot of friends that's like, yo, I gotta come on your show. and they want to talk. So tonight we're definitely talking about marriage. We're talking about side chicks. We are talking about, a lot of things. The morals is like a lot of things going crazy. You know what I mean? It's a lot of
Calm
feelings.
down, my sister. Calm
What
down, my sister. Calm down, my sister. Calm
feelings,
down.
feelings,
Good night, good night,
feelings.
good night, people. Good night, co-host on the outside. Yeah,
Yes,
you know
I
what I mean?
want
On
to
the
say
outside.
shout out to my technicians. He's on the
Yeah,
back end.
yeah, we're doing we thing,
Um,
It's this story, and and it's so crazy to see how times is a day like today, you know what I mean? These things we never used to see back in our days. Um, People displaying and dissing the person who they love, and they say all of these things at this wedding, especially. And then you can turn around and you can talk how bad and you wish this and this is the only thing I just saying, you know what I mean? I'm very disturbing with that. And as the man, you know what I mean, he should have been the bigger one at the end of the day. But you don't know it is go sometimes. Some people is just being their ego, so it is override and mess with them, you know what I mean? But it's a very crucial, it's a nice topic, you know what I mean? Who more dangerous? You know what I
yeah.
mean, man or woman, you know what
We-
I mean?
Listen,
Man, jeez.
shout out to Lola Doll, right? And I'm gonna say this to Lola. Listen, this is I've been watching her. I watched their wedding. Before then, I really didn't pay no attention to her. You know what I mean? And Melly Mel post and different things like that with your wedding and stuff. And I start watching shit. I even subscribe, and stuff. And I give my respects to her. You understand? She's a natural hustler. You know, I even give myself, certain things I see within her to come from a place to where so many people hate you, so many people do things to you, you know what I mean, and to overcome those things. You know what I mean? So a lot of women can put themselves in that position to where they can say, yo, I've overcome and I've excelled and whatever, whatever. And at the same time, you decide to bring somebody into your life because you're a natural builder. Some people are natural builders. So even if you bring somebody in your life and say, hey, you know, this person I choose to be my husband, despite he flaws, despite she flaws, both of them choose because he know who she was before, you know what I mean? He
Hmm.
marry her, right? She's a girl,
Yeah.
she don't hold she out, she don't, you know what I mean? And she got to play, and I can see that because even me dealing with past relationships, when I wanted to bury some people,
Share the life, people. Share the life. Share
you
the life.
understand? I wanted to bury some boys, like how she did with Kurt. Me ain't gonna lie, right?
I need
and
boy.
and and feelings was one. Even yes, Lexi father feelings was two of the main people's like, yo, Sean, don't do it. Don't do it. Don't do it. And not because I feel like men think women are stupid.
Hmm.
You know what I mean? And then vice versa now. I heard Kurt say, I come for Donchi because so many things she's done to other people, right?
Wow.
Yeah.
Yeah, that definitely had me wondering. I was like, this man walking with the face, or like,
Yeah,
oh, you come
because
for Donshi? Like, they're not the
right.
woman that you love. Like, come on.
Right. So there's this thing called karma, you know what I mean? And maybe both, I look at this situation in so many ways. Like trying to find a place with so many things you can go with this
Good
situation
night,
here,
mommy.
right? Because Court on the other hand, right? We ain't gonna call this. We're not gonna be afraid tonight, right? Because it's
Miss
all
Ann, good
over.
night.
It's all over social media. We not hiding or talking about the business
Yeah,
that is
of
not.
course,
You know
definitely.
what I mean? Well, we all can relate,
Of course, that's what I was saying. You know what I
right?
mean? We
We
are two married couple. You
right.
understand?
We all can
Definitely.
relate to this topic of this situation here.
Hmm.
How many women that has been cheated on, how many men that have been cheated on. So
Yep.
it goes both ways. It's not a situation because I look at other women, right? There's some women that I can look at them and I would tell men, yo, this girl here is problems. this girl is going to be problems for you. But
Mm-hmm.
men are so caught up in maybe how they look, you know what I mean?
Yep.
And they get persuaded into situation, so they get blinded. So how many men have, let's say, the 80-20 rule? Let's go back to that. Left a good wife
Mm-hmm.
or a good relationship, cheated, boom, 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 on multiple women, and then they end up in a situation with a woman where she don't play no games. That is do for do. You do, I'ma do. Whatever you can do, I'ma do. And I know men don't like that, where they will say, well, you's not, and feelings say that. Well, I'm a man. A woman ain't supposed to do what I do, and I know a woman who could do what I do.
It's not like you know. It's a second song, so.
That's how you said it. You know what I mean?
No, it's just that on my level, it's just that, you know what I mean? I don't see a woman sizing up with a man just to make he feel bad, you know what I mean?
Mm.
If he did something wrong, you confront him, do what you gotta do, whatever is it, and there's it. But for you, gotta go and sleep with somebody else who does hurty or something, you know what I mean? Which in, yeah, we know you being hurt, but still, you know what I mean? Like, this all I don't like.
Women don't, you know what? What women don't understand, or what men don't understand, when women cheat, is emotional.
Mm-hmm.
When men cheat, is physical, because they
Okay.
can lash, right?
Lash in.
Kurt, that point in life, and Kurt said how much woman he got. When the side chick thinks she's the only one, and then the doggy, hey, doggy's a
Full hypocrite. The part when she start to our next woman, next woman coming in for the life.
right. You Most men, and I have a lot of male friends, and I listen to a lot of males over the years, so it's not something that is like new to the game. You know what I mean? And I've listened to men my
Straight up.
whole life. I've watched them. You know what I mean? And those situation is where we see men doing what they want to do because it's physical, and then they're not afraid to change. You know what I mean? And get another one, get another one, get another one. But most women don't do that. When If a woman go outside of a relationship, and this is my opinion, right? Most times it's because of emotional. It will take a lot for a woman to go outside. And this is why I said most men won't done. He could be there he whole life and doing what he do, and she'll never leave. But the minute that she decide to leave, the minute that she went, you know what I mean?
Straight up.
You know? So tonight we
Yeah, it's it's excuse me by your mighty right laughing, but it's just that it teaches you, you know what I mean? And like I say, I don't laugh at people don't fault in life, but at the end of the day, court does make I laugh because you know what I mean? Court was like court court say you talk about me mother. You know what I mean? So court I tell you, the court is them typical man, but at the end of the day, is like you're supposed to know what you're putting yourself in. And this is why it keeps saying with big people, we as big people. From since the day I know she met Court, she had to know Court's stability, his style we like from we don't like. Even if you could carry the horse to the well, but you can't make the horse drink the water. Is he got drink it if you are. No Court don't look like them banner, not look like ace them banner, them player, them dresser, them swagger. Yeah, this Court. You understand? Cordo, she don't know Cordo for no one woman of them thing. So it's hard for
so
team
why
sad man.
why get married?
That's what I'm saying. That's what I'm saying. And like Court said on the live, he said that from since the wedding or before the wedding problems start happening on the day of the wedding, when the ring was handing over, the ring fall down and all them things Court start revealing. So you seen all them things you too as a man and you object or say, well, nah. So it looked like marriage in this time now is just a style. Like people is just get married for make like certain women is getting married for make other women feel bad or think they're making some of them are enemies bad. That yeah, I got a ring for my finger. And come on, don't bother feel like if marriage is no beautiful, you know what I mean? No walk in the park like I always say. All two got the ups and downs. See, this is what I'm saying. Because if I know this is the situation, From me since I see that before I could get married, I done cutting. No, me ain't going through nothing no long, no way. For make it reach to the level. And then I got looking thin for divorce. And so me people take married as a joke now these days, and I just don't understand.
And it's sad because again, there are genuine people that actually love marriage and love the sanctity of marriage and want marriage, right?
Of course.
But at the end of the day, most men, let's be honest, most of the men that create the problems in their marriages,
Of course.
it's not the women. Because most of the time you would hear men say, um, you know, um, I got a good wife, but yet still they're doing all these things outside of their marriage. You know what I mean? And then they got the friends on the other side. You know what I mean? They have
Yep.
they have their friends on the other side, that's doing all these things and
Real
co-signing
talk.
for the foolishness.
Of
You know
course.
what I mean? So it's like, why put yourself in that position then when no, you're going there by yourself, because there will be moments where he will be by himself and there's no friends,
Then it's like,
right?
then not cutting you. Then the female, which them says he said she came out. She was like, anybody want a woman with a shaking she ass in front of people and them thing? Now there's Lola. From since you pick up Lola, you don't know this Lola, the strip club. She said that she doing she thing. Says not nothing. Then is the image that she portrayed in is that also. Cause these all them Yankee girls, so she portraying the hip hop kind of Yankee thing like Sexy Red. And these if you see Sexy Red, if you see Ice Spice and these female what I mean, it's shaking it butt while they're singing. So what I mean? It's
It's a difference
foolishness with saying that.
between your career, right? Your career and then your life. So let's take Beyonce. Let's
Real
take
talk.
Rihanna, right? Let's take all these female artists, right? That is who
Paul,
they
big up
are
yourself.
on the on the artist level, right? Or my business side. Candy do it, all of these girls do it, right?
Real talk.
So they're no different from who Lola is, right? But on a marriage level, now I don't agree in a certain extent. You understand? Because I do feel certain things that she does disrespect her husband in a way. You
Of course, that's
understand?
the next thing
So
too.
so let's be honest,
Of
right?
course.
As
Of
a
course.
married woman, and I've told you that before,
Of
and I've
course.
said that to another female
Definitely.
friend of
Yep.
yours that I saw, and I'm like, damn, you know me, you're a wife now, right? And we gotta know our wife's, wife role, our mother role. And I know we want the glitz and the glamour, we want all these things, and it looks good and it's shiny, you know what I mean? But at the end of the day, those things is what's causing the destruction in our marriage. The same thing, like, I would hear men say, they would say that about Kingston, that's a gallus and da 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 da. And I caught them.
Real talk.
I caught them on it because I said, my son is not going down that road. My son is not going that road, even though he's
That's the
very,
messed up thing with a lot of
yeah,
persons.
even though he's handsome.
Mhm.
No, he doesn't have to be hitting everything that he see. He can be a one burner. He can be an upstanding man. He can be, I used to hate when men used to say like Barack Obama, right? When Barack Obama became president, right? And
Yep.
as a president, a black man, and to not have people will go search your files, right? Anytime you're in the public eye, people are gonna go search your files. So when people couldn't find nothing on Barack, then you start hearing, oh, he's a sissy, he's a girl, he's a this because he not cheating on Michelle.
I tell you.
You understand? Like that guy who was the 999 candidate, and then he get knocked out because he had all these messages and all these different things. People will dig up your files,
Of course, that's what I'm saying. It's
right?
serious.
People will dig up your files anytime you're in the public eye. I used to tell feelings. I said, look, you bringing on this public platform, and best believe people gonna dig up your files. People gonna dig up my files. So I've always tell even my cousins them, they're in the music industry or they in whatever they're doing, and I will tell them, be careful what you do because you might marry a senator, you might marry somebody that's running for office or Congress, and they're going to dig up your files, right? So tonight of all night, We're definitely talking about marriage. We're definitely talking about who's the most dangerous, men or women. It's a sad time, right? To where people don't value people anymore, to where we think that we can use people.
Definitely,
You know
yes.
what I mean? And that's how I look at it. You know what I mean? Get your own thing. There's so much going on right now to where you can elevate yourself to where you don't have to use people. It's so much out there to where you can get your own bag. You don't have to use people. And that goes for men and women. You know what I mean? There's so many women that position themselves or brought up themselves or rub it to men,
Of course.
and there's what the men them coming to me to tell me, hey Shambre, we want you to talk about this on your show. That they think we stupid, right? That they coming and wild up themselves to us and da 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 and thinking that they can come and collect we money and da 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 da. And we know what about, so all the men doing is like, I'm a lash and go,
Definitely.
right?
Ladies need to wise up, man. You know the thing
Yeah.
already.
It
Yeah.
goes both ways.
It's a show thing, man. You know what I mean? A lot of females out there doesn't want a man that is a normal man nowadays days. You know, you got there in this fashion lifestyle, or you got be a gunman or a gangster, or a scammer or a chopper. You know what I mean? It's like people just going towards or the negative side of life now. You know what I mean? And it's crazy because these are things that was written in the Bible even. You know
but
what I mean? That these days will come. You know what I mean? And it's
but
hard
when that
trending.
happens, right? When that happens, right? So do we go back to where they say they want this and they want that, right? And then when the men get in their trouble, they wanna leave. Let's take PDD, right? Let's take PD for instance. Let's take R. Kelly for instance, right? All these black men, and I'm really hoping that black men are really paying attention. I don't even want to say black men because I just want to say men.
Yeah, man.
But I love my black men,
Mhm.
right? But I want this for y'all, and I want y'all to get it, right? Are y'all really paying attention, right? To how people really watching
Yeah.
y'all.
Yeah.
And it's like a slavery mentality still. Like we're still stuck in that slavery mentality to where we're all for they blind you with the glitz and the glamour, right? They blind you with the glitz and glamour.
Is
And
that
yeah,
is does though?
and behind that, after all of that, they will tear you down. They will tear you down.
Straight up.
Look at PDD, right? PDD, everybody was Diddy this, Diddy da, Diddy da, Diddy da, Diddy da. And there was a few people that was saying the Diddy parties and was telling, but nobody was really listening. They was just looking at the money. They was looking at the girls. They were looking at the trips. They were looking at all the things outside of that. Then
Straight.
now that he's arrested, everybody got something to say. It's not how many people are really saying we on PDD side or free Diddy,
Hmm.
right? They're quick to crucify you, right?
Straight up.
They're quick to crucify you. So it's like this. PDD did this. No, he's this traffic. But these now, don't get me wrong, right? If he the
Junior
underage
Ross, big up
girls,
yourself.
right? The underage girls and all these other people, you know what I mean, that he did these things to drug them to where you're not conscious and you don't know what's going on. Yeah,
Share the life,
he
people.
need to get what he deserved for that. But the women that knowing, that made a conscious decision to say, yo, this is what I'm going to do. You know what I mean? We're just gorilla, who all of them. You know what I
Hmm.
mean? That was flying all these girls that had these escort that was bringing, because it takes other women to draw. If you look at these movies, right? It's always another woman in the back that's drawing other women.
Of course. That's how they work.
Yeah, right? So they join these women, right? To do these acts and fly out and escort because everybody want this high life and it look good and it's this and this
Hmm.
and it's this, right?
Yep.
And behind you have to live at it. Now you wanna say that this man did all these things, but you made some of them made a conscious
That's what I'm trying to
decision.
say. Straight up.
Yeah,
It's not like you put a gun to nobody head. You know you the guy into.
that's right.
You understand? Enough of them see the glamour and the glitter, but they don't know what's behind that.
Correct.
And that's the whole thing what happened to a lot of them, you know what I mean?
And so many people are trying to they want to sell out. Willing to sell their soul, sell their body, sell the front, sell
Hmm.
wherever the side, the hip, just because they want that lifestyle and it looks good. And we're painting this picture to people like everything is good. And then all of a sudden, then shit hit the fan, and then everything come out. Now you know your teeth in proper. Now you know this. No, you know, but the teeth wasn't proper when you marry him. But you see, the teeth was is something that he can change because he went and changed it today, right? In a day. So if that was the only thing in your marriage outside of the cheating that was your turn off, you know what I mean? There's certain things in your mate that can change, but then there's a certain things in your women that can change, but there's certain things that cannot change. So you have to know your partner. I don't think like people is really taking the time to really know who they with. Do you think so, feelings? Do people really take the time to know who they with? Know the
That's what I'm trying to say. That's
the
the same thing I'm
mental,
saying. I'm
know the
saying that.
mental of your
Mm-hmm.
partner.
Mm-hmm.
You know what I mean? Because some women, I look, I tell feelings, mother, I tell feelings, I'm crazy. My friends tell feelings, I'm crazy. If you think that you're gonna come in and do what you want to do, I'm not that girl. So I made my story clear before we even got married. So if he know when we decide to get married, he made a conscious decision knowing who I was, and I didn't hide who I was.
Straight up.
You know what I mean? I sure he me crazy.
Mm-hmm. Mm-hmm. And I love every bit of it. You know what
Yeah.
I mean? It's a it's a craziness to a level whereby I loved it and I respect it. You know what I mean? And if it was a problem whereby I know it would be a headache or a situation whereby it would be heart-rending, I would have cut it right there and then.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? That's the whole thing about knowing your partner, or if you could handle what comes with your partner.
Correct. Because every man can't handle a woman's shine. Like a woman can deal with her husband being in the spotlight, but every man can deal with his wife being in the spotlight. You understand? And you Lola got a thing going for she. You understand? And this why I like her, because in spite of whatever she been through,
Yeah.
she just keep coming, coming, coming. And that's what I said. Beware of seen and unseen. And the friends them that you think they're for you, and I see certain people she was with, she flying to New York, and them there with shit, and the there with shit, and the there with shit,
Yeah,
and then
man.
them same people
Yeah, man.
in 2 weeks later, less than 2 weeks later, you understand? They're on a whole different page. That they playing two sides, and those are the people that are dangerous, playing two sides.
Mm-hmm.
You understand?
Mm-hmm.
So you gotta be mindful today of these people. I don't like people who play two sides. That's straight. You know what I
Real
mean?
talk.
Is either you with me or you not with me. You can't be my friend and be over there. And then you talking over there, and then you coming over here, coming over there, coming over there. You understand? You gotta know who in your circle. And I keep telling people that pray for the seen and unseen. Pray for the seen and unseen in your life.
Yes, I man. Real talk. Yeah, man.
Because there's so many people that you would think that's for you, and most times they're against you.
Hmm.
And they're gonna walk with you and they're gonna pretend, right? They're gonna pretend. So we gotta be have that spirit of discernment, right? To understand what's going on. Okay? To understand what's
Real
going
talk.
on in our life,
You know what you're saying. Straight.
you know? So there's no more the time to you gotta be watchful. And this podcast is definitely for that. Watch the cock. You know what I mean? I've been watching cocks for a long time.
Mm-hmm.
And for so many reasons.
Yeah, yeah, man. Straight.
You know?
There's
You
a lot of things behind it. You know what I
yeah.
mean? And I love the name of it. And yeah,
You can't be a husband to me, and you in 2 months in our marriage you cheating. In 2 months you giving more to your side chick than you giving to me. You crazy.
it's like a month ago I was speaking to one of my female friends and she was giving me a little old background about she and her ex. She said, yo, she ex ended up linking. She wanted to be back with her. But he got a problem. His problem is that she's very jealous.
Mm.
So he was like, she was like, he wants she back in life, but he don't want her to be so jealous. So she said, "Oh, you know what I mean? What you really want? You rather a woman for love, to love you for you, do what you want. I mustn't say nothing, and you just doing what you want, and you know what I mean? Or you want a woman who could be jealous because she love you. Because obviously, if a woman jealous, it's because she loves you. She don't want nobody else with you. She want you with yourself. So he turned and said, well, he want no woman who's so jealous. So she said, we can't be together. Well,
It's not a matter of jealous. I think it's a matter of someone making me feel insecure, right? Meaning that,
all right,
yeah. So I love you, right?
yeah,
And we there together, right? And you know you don't see nobody, but I can't be in a room with you and we go out and you eyes there everywhere,
of course, that's yeah, that's red flag.
right? Your eyes can't be everywhere. Everything passing, you can't miss. You gotta see it. You gotta look like you don't like like them little boy
Yeah,
who just come
yeah,
out and
yeah.
can't get no
And
girl.
I say that they got a lot of men can't control themselves when them go around a lot of women, especially go up on the beach and you see all these girls with them little panty. So man is like fish it out water them woman and them is gotta go up the road steady because every minute them they're looking and they're like, come on, you know
Yeah,
what I mean? After time you know you gotta get a self control.
correct.
It's normal thing, you know what I mean? It's just a woman, one BT might be bigger than whatever. Yeah, you understand? Even if we as men, you take a glance, all right, as human being, your eye big enough in your head, you could see all around you. See, even if you take a look, you know what I mean? You look, you keep looking at what you they're doing. You don't got for there looking at this person, and you know your draft on your hair, turning wise and walking, and you're going like, come on, and you're there right there next to your woman. There's like zero, but at the end of the day, we're gonna be playing. We gonna be straight. You know what I mean? Even if as man, you see, yeah, you take a look at her, but she look good. Good. You gonna back on your normal meds. But some man, they had them eye there,
Every
everybody pass.
everything that they
Every
see, they watch at, right?
there's the problem.
Me and my friends, when I was single, we used to go out, right? And we used to go out and we used to there was a girl. You could always tell when there's a new girl coming to a club, especially if you're like a regular at that club.
Hmm.
If you're a regular female at that club and you're a regular male at that club, you always know when a new person come into the club,
Word.
right? So every time a new female will come into the club, them men, the same married men, and then the same five friends, all of them will go try to talk to that same girl, even if she diss them, because it might be one or two of the friends she gonna talk to. But every one of them friends gonna go talk, because most women they already know who they like,
Of course.
right? Out of five friends, I can pick out of the five friends which one I can deal with. And the rest, I don't care how much drink they buy or whatever they say or whatever they got going on. I don't care because I'm not attracted to them.
That's it. That's it. That's the whole shenanigans.
You know what I mean? So you already know, most women already know who's their cup of tea or whatever that they can look at and say, I okay, I can choose he. And most time is that quiet guy, right? Most time is that quiet guy in the corner, not the one who always fronting and pushing up himself, who want to be the big mouth and loud in the club and this. No, we not looking for that. You know what I mean? And sometimes we're wrong because sometimes most of the quiet ones is the wicked ones. I don't know. It's so much, like I said, I can go with this situation. And one of the things I post on my Facebook, like who's the most dangerous, and one of the guys say women, and in a lot of ways I do feel he's right. Because a woman hurt can destroy you in so many ways, right? A woman hurt can destroy you in so many ways, because especially if that woman was going to back for you, if she was 100% for you, right, and for you, no matter if you didn't have no money, no matter how you look, no matter what you do, what I mean, but she saw you had potential for us to build, especially if she's the type of woman that is a builder. You know what I mean? If she's the type of woman that's a builder and she riding for you and say, hey, draw for me, Draw from me strength and let we build something together. But most men don't see that. Then
Real talk.
yeah, and then we have the men now. So I'm gonna give the men some credit because men is natural providers. They're supposed to be the provider. So sometimes a strong woman intimidates a man, right? So they're supposed to be the provider of the home. So a lot of times when men go cheat, they always go cheat with a woman that have less than that's dependent on them. Do you agree with that?
Real talk.
Yeah, they're looking for the woman that can depend on them, so they go cheat with that woman that they can be the feel like they're the head of their house
Okay.
because that's the way they're supposed to be. But I don't know how to fix it. I don't know how do we fix this situation. It's like it's a personal thing. And it all comes with personal self growth and development. You got to take classes. You got to evaluate yourself. Like people, everybody needs to evaluate themselves. Everybody needs to evaluate their wife. Everybody needs to evaluate their husband, and whether you got the right person or whether you don't. And a lot of men goes with that 20% versus the 80% in so many times, and women too. But most times women, if women cheat, is emotional because they're not getting what they need from their partner. They might be telling their partner over and over and over and over and over again, and they're not listening, right? We got to get back to that place to where we're listening to each other. We got to get back to that place to where we value marriage, and we got to understand, you know we can say so much bad things and we always gravitate to the negative. But what is the positive things in your partner that you like that gravitate you to him? That's when you need marriage the most. Like that's when you need love the most. Like people
Hmm.
always talk about this love thing and I love you and I love you. And when it gets rough, they run. Love is when your partner is at his lowest and his weakest, or her is at her lowest or hers is weakest, and you build them. You don't use what their weak point is and destroy them. You use the love for their weak points to build them. That goes for every marriage.
Hmm.
That goes for every friendship. It's like my friends, them certain areas, I know my friends' weak areas. And I don't use my weak areas against them. I use my friends' weak areas to build them. I build them in their weak areas because they're already strong in certain things. So I don't need to build their strong points. I need to build their weak points.
Word.
So we got to get to a place to where we understand what our friends and our husband and our wives' weak areas
Ricky, big up
and
yourself.
and build upon
AJ
that.
Ulrich. Started, well, some women don't listen to their husband needs.
You
Talk the thing,
no,
babe.
but listen, right? And he have a point to a certain extent, certain women, but most men don't talk. Most men don't talk their points. You know what I mean? You have to drag something, like you can see something wrong with them and you can ask them what's wrong over and then they say nothing, nothing. I okay. And then they go talk to another female. And there's another thing. Talking your woman business with another woman, that's zero.
Yep. 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 Hmm.
Like going and tell them, oh, your wife don't do this, you don't do it, but yet say you stay with your wife. Yet say you stay, and that goes for women too.
Yeah, cause I got enough women is do the me man is a this and
Yeah,
me man is though. You know what I mean?
and
Banners laughing at you
right.
fucking man or laughing at you, a woman laughing at you wife when them see she like she can't even cook and then you done the day that's spreading sharing the news with their friend or everybody laughing at you is a disrespect at the end of the day, you know what I mean? And it's like so people don't understand that, you know what I mean? I don't know.
I learned that a long time ago. I don't disclose certain things in my relationship to people, and I've learned that over the years because I've looked at, even like growing up, like I saw men do a lot of things and trying to confide in women and go share with them, and then that women end up with back with that man. You know what I mean? they end up back with that man, and then you looking at them like, oh shit, why did I tell you that? Because you was gonna end up back and then they go and carry your name. So and so said, well,
Real thing.
Shondell said, and 5 feet left.
Hmm.
This is what they said, don't get in man and woman situation, because then they end up back together. You can't choose, you know what I mean?
Real
Now I don't get involved. I told my mother that I said, even if I see my dad, I'm not telling you. But I'm gonna make sure my dad see me.
Of course. There's one thing, even if she don't tell nobody, she make it she definitely approaching that name.
I'm gonna make sure you see me. And then if it's up to you to go tell your wife that I see you, especially if she's my friend or my family or my mother. And that's the honest to God truth. But I'm not gonna go tell that I see your partner. I've been in a situation like that.
Yeah, man.
You know what I mean? So at the end of the day, I'm praying for strength for both. It is a sad situation on both end. You know what I mean? Marriage is not an easy road, and a lot of people want to get into marriages and relationship thinking that it's gonna be easy. It's gonna be a walk in the park. But they always say like the first 7 years of marriage is like the hardest. You know what I mean? For any relationship. So you're getting to know each other. You're getting to know each other likes and dislikes. Come see me and come live with me is two different things, right? So I can be living with dating you and everybody gonna put on the good face and they're gonna show their good self. And then when you living with them, you're gonna see maybe they don't like wash dishes. You're gonna see, they throw their clothes on the floor and then you gotta pick it up and all these different things. You know what I mean? And those are the things that we decide. Maybe they don't like to wash clothes, maybe they don't like to cook, right? So there's some women that don't cook, but there's some men that love to cook. You gotta know and gotta ask the questions ahead of time before we guys get into situation to where we end up in a situation like this. And social media is a very dangerous place. It's a very dangerous place because people are gonna be hyping you on and adding more fuel to the fire instead of saying like, how do we help these people, right? And everybody laughing and having a good time. And then it is a really sad time. I can say I didn't want to bring this situation tonight, but at the same time, I know that I need to bring this situation.
So it hit me and I tell you what how it is or how it could be at a time like this because like we were saying earlier, we were seeing Lola, what I mean, throwing away the food with the Buster and so forth. What I mean, and it's the same thing Mace made a post whereby he said, what I mean, it's not everything you're supposed to bring into the public because you're gonna use certain things as ammunition to you. Now, obviously, for me, you have a situation going on. This vice, whatever asks you for something or you diss me, I'm not gonna bring it to social media. I'm not gonna let nobody know that maybe wife have a problem. At the end of the day, I'm gonna try to solve it instead of trying to add fuel to the fire. But it seems like she already made she mind up, and that's how she go towards certain things. Now, a lot of persons saying he ran for doing what he did, but at the end of the day, sometimes you partner could make you, what I mean, you partner could make you be a level head also. But then when you got this thing named ego now, and then when your partner got now with certain things, you feel like fuck it. If she could get on like that, or if he could get on like that, I can get on like that too.
Let me say
So,
this, right, on behalf of her.
you know,
There's some women that wasn't even looking at him. You understand?
hmm
Because at the end of the day, Lola and Kurt, when they get married, Kurt wasn't hiding Lola. Their marriage was on display.
well,
I
that's the
know
next thing.
that she is married to him, right? And this is why I said before on the last podcast when I interviewed you, there are women that are going to be liking you not because of you, but because they don't like me.
That's the next
So
thing
they
too.
will get to me
That's the
by
next thing
getting
too.
to you.
That's the next thing too. There got a lot of
So
women that do that.
yeah,
Yeah. That's an example.
So they're not trying to get to Kurt. They don't care because they're just gonna say, "Oh, well, I fuck she husband."
Yeah,
Excuse me,
yeah,
language,
I is BT. Yeah,
right?
real
I
talk.
sleeping with she husband, and she thinks she's a body, and she thinks she's all
And she's
this, and
talk
she,
about she did and she little
yeah.
hole and she little this, and I is the lashini.
And he
Yeah,
weak,
yeah.
right? He weak. He weak. He get weak to get caught up in now, and maybe she in the spotlight and
To
there's
rest of the
different
night.
things and whatever. But there's a lot of people that will go on there with you because it's not you, because they want to try to get to me, or because they feel like you have a good relationship. There's people, and then at the same time, no, at
Straight.
the same time, if you're the type of woman that say, me man in this, me man in the, me man in this, me man don't buy me that, me man on this, and I want another, there's always that woman in the background that say, I can do something with him.
Uh-huh.
You understand? So
Yeah.
don't feel like, you so good. And I say that, don't feel like you so good or there's no somebody no better than you. Don't make them look,
Hmm.
right? Because there's always somebody in the background waiting to say, okay, I can clean you up, I can do this, I can do this. He's a good man, he's a good woman.
Yeah. Yeah. Real thing. Man and woman. Real thing.
Both sides, right? Yes, the listen.
This side chicken.
The
This
same,
side.
this, they're not, because they're tight. Listen,
All records, Shabba.
on behalf of the side chick community, I can feel their side too. You know what I mean? Because
Ricky big up all the time.
they wanna be the main,
Hmm.
and maybe they're lonely and they might feel like, I bring out the best in this person, or this person doing all this, like he said, he buying me phone, he upgrading me, taking me groceries, there me cheering, you know what I mean, doing all these things to me, and we outside everywhere, but yet still he ain't leaving your wife. You know what I mean? But then you don't have you
Hmm.
alone, you have more. But the women are talking. I don't know. I do remember back in the day, side chicks would stay in their place, and you didn't even know they was a side chick.
I tell you shit. Just like my boy Ricky says, like chicken ain't the same anymore. Are you real thing?
So it's a very scary. Hey, CC.
Yeah, man.
It is a sad time for men. And I'm telling you, men need to be very afraid, because
Yeah,
women are
real
not
thing.
afraid to talk
Hmm.
anymore. And women are not afraid to,
Yeah, yeah. Because look, the other day, I see a post
hmm,
on Facebook with let me play this game thing again now. Let's play this game. And then them say, let's play this game. Tag a married man, we are David.
hmm.
You know what I mean? I say wait. This is I say wait.
And it's
Married man gun ain't problem. Eh?
yep,
Women are going crazy right now
yes,
with
because
certain
they're
things be.
tired. And it's
You
rather,
understand?
I rather know you be single, and I rather know you be honest, right?
One born a door.
Right?
Oh.
I rather
Door. Oh.
I rather know you be honest. I can deal with, men always think like women can't deal with honesty, but to be honest, women can deal with most honesty than you really think.
Straight.
You
Ricky,
know,
Ricky, you gotta be skeptical now these
you
days, man.
do.
Straight. Mm.
You have to be skeptical of what you're doing. Then not only that, you don't know what they got. There's some women that will set you up. That's why, the I don't want to say where they're from, but the men that asked me to speak, right? And they were saying that, they have to be afraid of women, right? Because there's women that's deliberately, right now I know a few cases to where
Straight.
men are accused of sexual harassment, right? And these men are innocent. But here's where they went wrong, right? They were lashing these girls, right? But they had their wives. So the girls they were lashing catch feelings, right? Then their wife come, right? Their wife show up, and wherever they had separated, wherever they get back together, whatever situation, and the person they were lashing catch feelings.
Mm.
So they file charges against them.
Wow.
So why this is why men have to be careful. right? And then there's
That's
these.
crazy.
It is very crazy,
Wow, man,
and
that's serious bone.
it's very sad.
Man, bone juicy.
That's why
Eh?
I asked that question: who's more dangerous? Because when a woman want what she wants, she
Yeah,
will go
rape on a real life level.
any links, and it could be lies,
I look where she ate. Yeah,
right? It could be lies they spreading just because they want what they want, right? Then not only that, then you might end up with a child. Then you end up with a child, then you gotta tell your partner you got a child outside and all these different things. It's so many things in place,
that's crazy. Real thing. Straight. Aldo.
right? So then
Aldo.
you bring a child into the world, and then now the child is stuck in the middle of all the madness. Is that fair? No, on both ends. You know what I mean? So we do have to be careful and mindful in this life. Like everybody needs to evaluate this. Take out whoever we talking about or we situation.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? Look at yourself and decide what type of person you are. Whether you in a marriage, whether you single, and you choose which way you want to go. We can go back to that place to where morality still stands, where integrity still stands. You know what I mean? Stop trying to use people. Get your own shit.
Straight.
There's too much things right now in the world, in technology, on YouTube, that you can get your own bag, that you don't have to use people. You don't have to scam people. You don't have to manipulate, because at the end of the day, those things have their karma. And you got to watch your friends. If you are a married man and your friends indulging you to do stubbornness, if you are a married woman and your friends indulging you to do stubbornness, you got to watch your friends. If you're on your job and you're doing stubbornness and you know that's not what you're supposed to do, you got to take an accountability for yourself. Like, we got to get back to that place. Like, I'm so mad in so many different ways that there's so many people. I ain't lying. Because I nice get up every day to go to work, hard working, working hard for my family, working hard for my kids, working hard because I want to build something. You know what I mean? And I'll be damned. That's why I tell you, the person that I am, no. The person I am now, you got really, really, I have zero patience. And there's so many people have zero patience. And we have so many mental
Yep.
cases that people are
Definitely.
trying to, figure out what's going on, or how do I battle between the two. Should I off them off, or should I do what God would do and forgive them every day? Like I said, I've been there. I've been where she was, where I wanted to destroy certain people. Me, like,
Hmm.
and feelings had to talk me off the ledge.
Real talk. Straight up.
He did. I wanted to destroy him because of lies. You understand? So I get your rage.
Yeah,
But
real thing. Straight.
but
And then it even on a female level it even is, especially female and male, right? But female I'm speaking about. All right, good. I used to be wild, but I decide now for calm myself down. You know what I mean? I can give this man a chance because you don't know. I want to be a better woman. I want to be a good woman. When you decide to do now, this man still doing his stupidness, make you explode more like, yo, you just trigger me by, you know?
right. It's like I was at a good place, and you didn't have to come into my life and put yourself into my life if you know you wasn't ready. Right? Men need to know that if you know you're not ready, and if you're getting all the signs and stuff, it's okay to walk away. We always say like men don't walk away from their wife, but there's sometimes like you might need to walk away, because that might be the point that might have saved your life, because everybody not taking things the same way no more. Women is not, you know, women not taking stubbornness. And even though they might have some women that's taking stubbornness or whatever, women is not taking stubbornness. That's why even the side chick them talking, because even the side chick said we never taking this stubbornness. We not even quieting we self no more because we never hiding no more. So it's a dangerous time for men in a lot of ways, but it's also an amazing time for men to pull themselves up. Y'all have so many resources out there that y'all can really get yourself together and pull yourself up. And this little biatation that you're at that point and this gallus and all this stripping, it's been going on for, but at the same time, no, it's like it's get worse. Now y'all just totally iPads who buggering this all this stupidness. And yeah, I want a girl who diss off me balls and diss off me this. Even the music, spit in your throat, and even the mute. But these stupid women is allowing the foolishness. Listen, man.
You're on point. You're on point. You know what you're saying. You know what I
I'm
mean?
I'm tired, and I've been dealing with this with so long, and my friends them know I'm very passionate about my women. I'm very passionate about men in this in the whole, in just the humanity of people and us being better and doing better, especially as Black people. It's like one of my friends. I comment on the page, and I always, and before I was a driver, a bus driver. Now I'm in management and different things like that, and I always say I was a bus driver. I was a proud Black woman driving in the state of Georgia, a plus size female and a foreigner. So when I was behind that wheel, I was proud to drive that bus because in the state of Georgia, let's go back to slavery days, we couldn't even drive the bus.
Hmm.
We couldn't even sit in the front of the bus. We couldn't even, you understand? So to have that opportunity, it made me proud. So when people try to disgrace or say that yes, you need to take that job with pride
Yep. Yep. Yep.
and elevate yourself, right? Elevate yourself from that. But we take so many things for granted, so many things that we look at
Share the life,
lightly,
people. Share the life for us, please.
right?
Stacy said something.
Stacey said, I believe that they should have a personal business. The stuff not on social media, and also they need to go marriage counseling and work it out. The funny thing is that they said that they went to counseling,
Yeah, he did say that.
and the sad part is I don't really know. So counseling works for certain people, but you have to be receptive. And most men don't like counseling. So when the husband said that he even took her to counseling, you know what I mean? Like I said, it goes both ways. I'm not saying that he's 100% at fault, right? Because at the same time, there's certain things within certain things that certain behavior that she did that we all can attest to where we don't feel like it's wife qualities. You know what I mean? But that's just her way of dealing with probably so much that she's went through,
Yeah.
that was her way of dealing with things. So a person that they always talk about hurt people, and so it's like you come for me, I'm gonna come for you. And I've been at that place because and part of how the Watch the Cock started was because of somebody said some things, even pertaining to her, from her commenting, that started this. And I said that Watch the Cock because they accuse me of certain things, but at the same time, it's like we need to be watching the cock on all levels. This is for all women. You need to be watching who you with. You need to watch who you entangle with, who you have around your children. There's pedophiles, molesters, there's all rapists. Look at PDD, right? Look at there's so many women. If you guys look on social media, there's so many women that's doing
Yep.
podcasts that's been hurt by men, and you know what I mean, and then they all friends, and then all the friends them hanging out together, right? And I looked at that yesterday, and they all together, and they all hanging out, and they all looking, and they all making fun. But then they were all at these people wedding, but then they all was with this person 2 weeks ago with the wife. So I'm very mindful of certain of my husband friends. I don't tie up. My husband friends is his friends. My
Word
friends
up.
is my friends. I don't tie up. Them boys have their boys time. The girls have their girls time. When we go together, I give everybody their respect. They give me their respect. That's one thing. You understand? But at the end of the day, I still be watching because especially if I know they have their wife, I look to see what they doing. But I might not say nothing, but I'm watching. So a lot of times when people thinking like I'm watching my husband, no, I'm watching your husband. And your husband acting a damn fool. Because a lot of times I'm with my husband.
Mhm.
You understand? And for all of the church girls that's going out to church every day, hey, sometimes you might need to go to the party.
Mm,
You understand?
yeah.
You might need to go to the party. Every weekend your husband going out without you. Hello. I would kill you. Yeah. My husband cannot
Mm,
go out every weekend 5 nights a week without me. I'm sorry.
you know.
If you're working, it's different. But he cannot go every weekend without me. It's not happening. I'm sorry. It's not happening. So tonight podcast is a sad situation. Like I said, you don't want to see that in no relationship. You know what I mean? Big up to her because I respect her hustle and don't don't feel like you lose. And at the same time with him, if there's not for you, you know what I mean? It's like you certain things you can fix about yourself and get yourself together. If you want to be in the street and play in the street, play the street. Don't get married. Don't
Same
get
thing I
married.
say. Yeah,
Yeah,
man.
don't get married. Don't get married. Play the street. I have a friend that he used to tell women, me want to get married. And when the women would come and they hustle up themselves and I said, one thing I respect about he tell you from up front who he was. So if you're gonna get your feelings tied up to him, this on you because he tell you up front who he was. But so many people are being manipulative and thinking that they could play with people and stop playing with people. Women is not playing with y'all. Even the side chick ain't playing with y'all.
Hmm.
And y'all need to hear me
You're not lying. Real thing. You're speaking the truth.
because it is a difference if you tell the truth and you say, yo, I just want to lash. Most women just want to lash too. But if you telling a woman like I want to marry you, use me, baby, use me this, use me no, you're Scott, no, you ain't going and leave you.
I telling you. You know what I mean?
You know you're not leaving your wife. But if I met some guys that said, yo, I just want to lash and go. Don't remember this address. When I was single, I tell them, don't remember this address. Don't come back here. You get one time, that's it, go.
Movements.
Then there's people like.
Hmm.
Cause men don't like that. That when women can say, I just want to lash and go. Yeah. I don't want you. I want some sex and go on about your business.
Hmm.
Don't come back here.
Right now, Shensi got a sign just like though. You know, she said the same thing. Some man get caught up in them feelings.
Yeah,
They don't like when a woman play the role.
yeah.
You know what I mean? Them is
I
one play the role, but when a woman like,
I
with
tell
the good old you want to do,
right. Don't fly. Don't
who you
come on
want
that
to
plane. If you come on this plane and you playing
yeah, the old good.
and you know you want to play, don't come on that plane. If you come on that plane and you playing, I'm gonna deal with you accordingly.
Straight up, man. You know what I mean? All they saying is that, you know what I mean? Yeah, you know, this should be an eye opener to a lot of persons, especially that is in relationship and even in a marriage relationship. I know, what I mean, there's no time at all your marriage problem should go so far till it being here on social media and of you know what I mean, two of you dissing one another, calling one another all kind of name till you putting up a picture with he mouth and you saying that this is why you don't kiss, this is why you don't kiss you, so don't kiss you. So wait, I sit and watching and saying to myself like, this is the next thing. Why is still when the relationship coming to an end or something default in the relationship, this when certain women is try to throw it out. We understand woman mouth is the power. Woman power is the mouth. But when you go to the extent whereby you got to tell this man how he penis the lil, how he penis then walk in his mouth is stink. Banners is buggy yo. I saying to
Let
myself,
me
I say,
tell you
come on, you
something.
know what I mean? I know a woman, you know me, but come on.
You know what? I'm gonna tell you
And
something
then
with
not saying he says certain scunto because he did say certain things to, and I was like, says both parties like, if I love you, don't matter even if we come to the conclusion, there's no way we put away social media. I would never disclose you like that
let me tell you
at all.
something, right?
I don't care
And
if you're holding good,
women,
your bobby the lang. Well, I love you because I love you.
let me say this about women, right? And women intuition and me. And I'm gonna say this on me, right? Any guy that I with, right? There's something about his kiss. I know if another woman went with my man or my husband, kiss or talk to or any guy I was dating for years, and we were that partner and we were connected,
Weird, weirdo. She does
right?
weird.
No, I'm telling you, right? The kiss used to taste like a snake. The kiss didn't taste the same. It was like a slippery taste. I'm telling y'all the truth. So I knew any guy that I was with anytime they did anything. So I started to distance myself from it.
Whoa.
That's the honest to God truth. Any relationship, if I done with you, that's because the reason why. Because your kiss tasted like a snake. Because you was being deceptive to me. That's the truth. So you gotta be careful. That was one of the things that I pray for God to be a host. And God will reveal certain things to me in dreams and different things like that. You know what I mean? And certain things I used to be afraid of because I didn't want to see it.
She said, I want to hit and run. People need to
Yeah,
keep their
we could keep
personal
our
business
personal
off.
business off of social media, yeah, right? But at the end of the day, sometimes see as bad as this is, it's a good thing. Here's why I said, somebody's got to take a L for the team. In order to Martin Luther King to change the world, Dr. Luther King had to do certain things. Malcolm X, any activist or any person,
Yep.
somebody had to lose for somebody else to win, right? She had to take a seat on that bus and not move her seat in order for us to to sit on that bus, right? Harriet Tubman, right? Freeing the slaves, all these different things that black people need to be aware of, that there's somebody that had to take a stand. And as much as it's hurtful and some people die in the midst of it, and yes, it's embarrassing, and yes, you're out there. So it is awakening to a lot of men. I think this awakened a lot of men. It awakened a lot of women. I don't know how good or bad
Hmm.
because it might make the women talk more,
Yeah, man.
but it will make the men be mindful of the women that they choose.
Why saying, you know what I mean? How the world end up twisting, turning right now, right? When you should be happy for posting the one that you love, posting the one that make you feel happy. You know what I mean? Now, to me, when I posting, I'm not posting for clout or likes. I'm posting because I feel well good. That's what the app is for you to share that moment that you spend that happy moment, that joyful moment with your loved ones. If it's not your woman, your husband, your family, your mother, your father, your brother, whoever it is. But what I'm trying to say, right, is to post that happy moment that you spend. Now, how the world is now a day like today, it's like people gravitate to negative more than positive. Now it reached a place whereby I have to be the I have to divide myself now from thinking what people opinion is when I post a picture of me wife, me children, me mother or father, or the loving time that I have because their opinion might be something bad. I don't give a flying F. I hate when people start, oh, you have to keep your business personal and start posting. Come on, social media. When these things was created, is for you to post your happy times, your loveful times, and these things. How the world twists now, how mankind is. Now they got you on a level whereby you can post, you can this, and with children too. I see that too. You know what I mean? When you just get a baby, hiding your face. Yeah, we understand if you hide your face, whatever. After time, I don't got time with hide face. I showing my kids. My kids are covered with the blood of Almighty Father God. Why trying to say you do good, people talk. You do bad, people is still gonna talk. Like Vibes Cartel song say, I got my own opinion. I don't care about yours. And people is gonna talk. I don't care. When I get me wife, they talk how she fat this. You think I give a fuck? You think I give a hell? I don't business. I love she. I love every curve, every bump, every belly, everything. I love she.
Well, I'm
And
fat
I don't
because
care if they got a problem. I'm gonna post her every
listen,
day.
I'm fat, so if I need
So
to
the people need to stop
no,
that
listen,
shit.
if I need to punch you in the face,
Fuck.
it's gonna hurt.
Stop putting your thing on social media and stop. I gonna put on like when I me daughter, get me daughter the other day. My wife, my mother, sister, friend. I should stop posting this child because if me see this child is not me one. Some people is
Right.
some fucking like there was some crass. No, why I should stop? I'm never gonna stop. I can post all of me children them. I don't care what nobody say.
And that's the sad part, right?
People need to
Here
come
you
off of the
are,
shit.
here you are in the midst of your happiness, and that's how the devil do.
That's what I'm
and
saying.
and you have to be mindful. Lola and Kurt, whether they get back together or not, you know what I mean, whether they done, but moving forward in your next relationship, if you choose to, if you guys choose
Definitely.
to work it out, your marriage is husband and wife. You understand? That come first over friend. Yeah, I got cut your circle. Y'all gotta know who in your circle, who is for you and who is not for you. You understand? That comes from mother, father, sister, brother, cousin, auntie, uncle, everybody. You think me feelings then had problems in the beginning of our relationship? When I decide to my feelings, I call feelings more than I tell you. I say, I'm married and your son. It's like 6 o'clock in the morning, when you drunk and you just mad.
Ricky and me, but I don't play them
Right?
game, but I posting.
And me and
I
and
care who
feelings.
vex and who don't care.
Mother talked for 3 weeks straight, and she just started
Yo,
telling me everything. You know what I mean? And this when I decide, like, yeah, okay, because now I can relate. You understand? I can relate to his side on how they think and what they got going on and whatever, whatever. But I choose to marry him. You know what I mean? But once your life, your marriage, you're supposed to post those happy moments. You know what I mean? You're supposed to post those things, not hiding who
that's what
you
I'm
are.
saying.
But that doesn't mean that you won't have
But
problems.
that's what I'm
Yeah,
saying.
because the devil is very busy, right? This what you want. He, and people are not. I tell you, I prayed
Yeah,
Psalms,
man, I love my BBW.
pray Psalms 91. Pray that Psalms 91 every day. I pray that and I pray Psalms 35. And you'll be amazed of what God will do. I don't
It's
I'm
like, yeah, man, it's like not cutting. It's like when some people say, I got, when I hold in reasoning with certain people, and I hear some people say, I can't trust nobody. It's fuckery. We
yeah.
mean you can't trust nobody. They gotta got somebody in life that you could trust.
Yeah.
You can't tell me you can't trust nobody.
Yeah.
We understand you cannot trust 90% out of the 100 or 95% or even 50%. But they gotta got somebody. Then they got
Yeah.
some other people now when you got a conversation with them, made them. I don't want no help from nobody.
Yeah.
Come on, bro. You gotta get help.
Yeah.
You got to get help. It
But
depends on what kind of help you get. But at the end of the day, you can't want to do everything on your own. which in is good for doing your own, yeah. But even if you ask a man how for this or whether you don't have to literally help you by giving you money for start your foundation or whatever, but an idea. This man could help you with an idea, with a strength. Well, here, this is how you flip this to how you flip this, and then you know gonna take it from that, and you gonna do your thing.
But everybody don't mean you well.
Well,
So
there's the next thing. We understand that.
and so it is a skeptic time to where people are afraid of people will come and say they want to help you and do these different things, but at the end of the day they don't mean you well. You know what I mean? So like I said, a lot of people might say um they love your marriage, and a lot of people will come at your marriage just because of who your partner is.
Straight
So
up.
there's certain men that might come and try to well, they can't even test me because the men them don't know me story. They don't know. I don't play them games, and I tell them up front, I don't date nobody I work with. I'm not even looking. I don't see ya. I don't care how much care you got. I don't care how much money you got. I don't care. I don't
Yeah,
see you.
man.
But on the other end, men are not as strong as women, and I always say
It's
that
the
to
type of homie you got,
yeah, men gotta understand women have it harder than men, and here's why I say that because most men approach women, right? So every day we have to fight women or fight men off, right? So if my husband is a type of husband that's causing me stress, it will make me easy to see another man that's going to come and bring us something, and he might say the right thing at the wrong time to where I'm beefing with you and I'm just tired and I just say to hell with it, right? But men now, on the other hand, they're always looking. So it's easy for y'all because y'all always looking anyway. So y'all approaching 10 women a day because y'all always looking. So men are always looking at your wife the same way. So why you looking at somebody else woman or another woman or a single woman or somebody else wife? There's 10 men looking at yours. So
Damn right.
and your wife gotta find, no matter what your size is, no matter what she
You
look.
better believe that shit.
Let me tell you something.
Nigga be up your motherfucking tree. Trying to pick your fruit.
At 1 o'clock in the morning, I'm at the gas station and the police is following me trying to holler.
Swear to God.
Now, if feelings is the type of person that's pissing me off at 1 o'clock in the morning, instead of me going home, I could easily tell him I'm stuck at work.
I tell you, things could be going on.
Okay.
Let's get it on.
Yeah.
On a
Well,
real level, for real.
yeah. So y'all gotta think about
For
that.
real. No joke.
Women are approached every day, and every day we have to fight that off. So you think 150 women, 150 men don't be in Lola inbox?
Yeah, she even post something,
Okay,
some man don't talk she posting and
exactly.
start
They
out. Here she that man just went waiting.
waiting.
The
I
man
tell
just
feelings that
waiting.
I,
Banner, yeah, then do got banner. Them is got banners waiting.
honey,
Just so you don't fall for running. Real talk. No joke.
they waiting for y'all to break
Waiting.
up. Soon as you break up, boom, 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 they right in there. Even if you ain't break up, I sure
Them trying to break you up.
crazy. And just as well as women, because just as well as she might feel like she don't want her husband, and she might feel this, whatever, whatever. There's a lot of women waiting that want to be with him the same way. So it goes both ways. So you might not think your man is good enough or not good enough for you anymore, but that doesn't mean that there's not someone else that feel that he's good enough for them.
Like that African mood thing we went on TV when the woman put out the man with your suitcase and
Mhm.
the neighbor do some snatchy suitcase. So she see the neighbor snatchy suitcase. You just say, what? You mad snatch back. Come home. Come come home. Don't matter go no way. Hey, you make a
I know
joke.
he said he's a gallus, and most men
Mhm.
do say that there's a gallus and he doesn't want her. But at the end of the day, you know what I mean? It's his choice, right? Like we said, we hear what he say. You know what I mean?
And
And to be honest with you, if I was her, right? If I was her, I wouldn't go back to him based on all of the things that he said
of course,
about me publicly. I wouldn't go back to him. And the same goes for him. If I was him, I would not publicly go back with her based on the things she said about me.
it's both. It's vice versa. You know what I mean? Because she even posts a video of him when the two of them. I think she saw to the two of them they break up and he come back and he beg
Yeah.
for there with she. So a lot of times niggas be capping when you see them going on, but me, I don't have no time with she. You did
Yeah.
love the fucking woman.
Yeah.
You did love she. She did elevate you with certain things. Where is it? Be real in life.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? Be real. But at the end of the day, you're gonna try to be this kind of big boy. And this, I don't care if I say
Yeah.
gallus. I don't care how much woman I lashing. Where is it? If it come to a situation like that, giving you your fucking props. I am giving you your props.
Yeah.
If you help me, you help me. If you change me, I gotta say it. Me making you look bad because, or it's not gonna make me look bad in no way
Right.
by saying that. You know what I mean? There's a relationship go, especially marriage. You know what I mean? And like she said, and I was like, you know, me not hear she talk, you know, me she got a little sense,
Mm-hmm.
despite she ways how she's operate.
Right.
When she said she could meet up a broke man, and then you know what I mean, she would help you out. But after then, you gotta go and get a job and start doing something.
Correct.
You can't just want to linger upon me, and of course,
Correct.
it's vice versa with a man. They got enough men that put women that wasn't in certain position on their feet in certain position because that's how it's supposed to go. If you's me woman,
Correct.
I can't have flossing and looking clean and flashy, and me woman ain't looking flashy. So I gotta put you on game. So it's just like that. But at the end of the day, if you's a waste man and you want to do nothing, well, all right, you know what I mean. And for hearing that he's they're all kind of fucking thing.
And you just hear all kind of things, but then you hear other people say that he takes
Yeah,
care of them. So understand.
this what I saying too.
Mm.
There's a next thing too. So mean understand,
And
mean
there's,
understand
because
really going
again
on.
it goes back to that situation to where men wants to be the provider. Some men cannot take a strong woman. Some men cannot take a woman that's the breadwinner. That's the honest to God truth. I have a friend that she was the breadwinner and her husband stayed home and watched the kids, right? And he didn't have no problem, but he was very educated, same way, right? But at the end of the day, he chose to let her elevate her career. Then once she get to where she want, he go back to his career. So sometimes you have to sacrifice for the sake of your family, for your
Real talk.
children to where it's needed, because they wanted that to where they didn't want their kids in school, like in the public school. They wanted their kids home to be groomed at that certain time. So her career was elevating at that time. So when things got to where it needed to be, to where they had the money to where they can support each other, you know, then the tables turn. So you can balance both, because you have to know what works for your family. A lot of people, we're so
Of
constantly
course,
looking
yeah.
outside of what other people is going to say and other people judgment. You need to We need to stop paying attention to the ears outside and focus on what your family needs. And you got to get to know, if you know that you don't want your kids, maybe your kid is sickly, so maybe that partner is making the most right now to cover the bills, and the medical is cheaper if it's on this person plan based on the job than yours.
That's the next thing, real talk.
So you don't know people's situation. Everybody's just judging, 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 and we have to get to that place to where we stop judging people and start looking at our own self, right? Tonight's topic is about that. Is not is more who's more dangerous, men or women. But I think women can be the most dangerous, just being honest, based on how you deal with us. Because I can speak on me. I can do some craziness, and I can demolish some stuff, and I can build stuff in like this. Just all on, you give me what you give me, I give you. And we are in that place to where women's like, you give me that energy, I'm gonna give you that energy. Is no more longer the time where women is just quiet, and we're just in those color purple time when everybody's quiet and men just do what they want, and no, we're no longer in that phase in our life. You know, we're about to have a female president, whether she is or not, she's a vice president. Is it's going to change a lot. You see a lot of more women are doing businesses and doing these things, and they're elevating themselves. So men need to get equipped and be self-sufficient
Straight up.
and get back to that place to where you guys are the head and the provider. But even if you're not physically the provider, like financially, that doesn't mean that you're not the provider or you're not the head of the house. You guys got to get back to that place of understanding that the head of the house doesn't mean that financially who's paying the most bills. That your role is head of the house because you're the man.
Straight up.
So whether my job is right now is to deal with my kids and make sure my kids go to school and my kids is safe and make sure my kids is properly educated by me, then that's my role. If I have to cook and do a little cleaning up, and that's my role, but that doesn't make me less than my wife because my wife might be making more money than me. I might be making a part-time job or what. That doesn't make my wife more than me. I'm still the head of my house.
Straight up.
And women need to respect that. Not because your husband, you know what I mean, that because you're making more money, then you feel that you're better than him, that you're the head of the house. No. But we got to go back to the roles of understanding the roles of wives and husbands. Look it up for yourself. What's my husband role? What's is and today is different. It doesn't have like, it's a different time where we need both people working. My wife doesn't have to be at home in the kitchen cooking all day because she might have something better that she has to do that put us in a place of where we're financially stable. That doesn't mean she's head of the house. So y'all gotta get y'all ego out the way. You gotta embrace what she doing. You gotta embrace your wife. You gotta embrace your husband. And stop letting y'all friends talk y'all out of situation that's gonna cause y'all pain. Stop letting your friends talk you out of situation that's gonna cause you pain. Then you're gonna be looking around and then they're gonna be laughing at you and you're gonna be by yourself and you're gonna be sitting in regretting the woman that you lost. So again, I don't know how this situation gonna play out. I pray the best for both.
Yeah.
My goal is for them to be happy, whoever they if they choose to be together, because at the end of the day they're married. If they choose to be apart, the next partner that they choose, make sure is what you want. That goes to both people. Make sure is what you want. Stop settling. So many people we're getting into situation and we're hurting and damaging people because we're picking people because only what we can gain. You know? It's just like a job. Don't pick a job you don't want. That's gonna cause you misery because then you're gonna come to the job and then you're gonna make everybody else around you miserable because you unhappy. Now the customers unhappy, the managers unhappy, everybody unhappy dealing with you unhappiness because you're in a field that you're not happy with. Everybody gotta find their self. So whether you're a man or woman, we're both dangerous. But we're good. We both can be great for each
Straight
other.
up. Yeah,
But we
man.
both can be dangerous for each other. So it's a time to where now social media plays a great role, a good role and a bad role in all of our lives. To where we're all caught up in people drama and people looking for the next drama. Today might be me, tomorrow might be you. We share. You know what I mean? And it's always something. And every day the devil is roaring to see who he can devour. He's roaring to see who he can devour. You know what I mean? So everybody's saying it should never reach social media, but at the end of the time, you don't know what people breaking point. You would have rather know she shoot you in the head Then it'll be social media, or worse is she lashing out on social media. You know what I mean? So I'm not saying that she's right, and I'm not saying that he's right. But at the end of the day, I'm saying the same time, the friends that they're around is not helping, right? Because the friend they're around playing both sides for their gain. So people are always gonna play their side for their gain.
Yep, they're gonna do it.
Yep. Right? How much money they can make off of your story, right? So again, I want to thank you guys for tuning in. Listen, it's been a great night. I want to thank you guys again for watching. Watch the cock. This is episode 5. Who's most dangerous, men or women? And again, like we said, both women and men are dangerous. At this point, we all have to be mindful. And we always have to be careful who we are
Yeah, man.
surrounding ourselves. And integrity still works. Moral still works. It still goes a long way. And we got to get back to that place to where we value people, we value relationship, we value marriage, we value the sanctity of marriage, we value our parents, we value our morals, we value how we was grown. What are we teaching our kids? Because then at the end of the day, you break up, then you have a child that's used to that person and asking, now the people asking the child, what's going on. It's all over social media. So we put our kids in a mess that they didn't ask to be in. So that goes for all of us, every one of us, as parents, as husband and wife, even for single people. You know what I mean? I can relate on every angles of all sides of every situation. And at the end of the day, you got to find yourself. Nobody wins. Destroying other people, nobody wins. Tearing other people down, nobody wins. So you got to hustle and a natural drive. You know what I mean? Turn it around. You can turn it around. So you're a natural hustler. You can rebuild anytime. You still young. You can rebuild. But this time when you rebuild, you know from what you lost how to rebuild. Don't rebuild the same way with the same anger and the same hatred and the same things. Rebuild different from your lessons, from your examples, from the things you lost. This is why I choose differently based on my experience of what I lost, what I gained, what I knew, what I didn't know, what I say. So I can speak to you guys as an older woman, as a mature woman, of a married woman, of being there, of making mistakes. One of the things my aunt always said to me when I was a young Christian and I just got saved, and I was sending everybody to hell with fire and brimstone.
You gotta say goodnight to Gabrielle.
Right? I was like,
Gabriella.
everybody going to
Not even
hell.
S anyway, you had big up.
Everybody going to hell, and then and my aunt, she called me and she said to me, she said, Shandi, she said, be humble. She said, you still have more life to live. So you're gonna go through situations that's gonna cause you not to be so judgmental on people, and I had to sit and I listen. And so as she said, so did happen. So I've went through a life to where I'm not judging people. People are gonna make mistakes. People are gonna hurt you. People are gonna do things. You're gonna make mistakes, and you're gonna hurt people, but not intentionally. There's a difference. If you intentionally trying to hurt people and deliberately trying to use people, there's two different things. And once you know you're not intentionally doing it and you're not deliberately doing it, your conscience is clean. You don't have to worry about what people say, because people are gonna say, they're gonna have stuff to say. That's the nature of people. But as long as you're living true and honest to yourself and to God, That's it. That's all you have to please in this life. I don't even please my mother. I don't please my father. My life is to please God and make sure that He's proud of me and whatever He say. And long as I didn't intentionally do something to hurt somebody, I'm gonna sleep at night, right? So at this point, this is where we take our leave. Like we said, we want to thank you guys for bringing,
Yep.
coming and joining us tonight. Definitely like and share the podcast. Definitely subscribe to the channel. Shout outs to, um, oh, we see Kingston in the background. So shout out to everybody that tuned in. Shout out to everybody that gave their opinion, and to everybody that's going through anything in life. I don't care if it's a marriage. I don't care if it's school. I don't care if it's work. Any struggles, any mishap, any relationship, you know, struggles. You know what I mean. You can get through it, but you gotta own it. Sometimes we gotta apologize, to people, and sometimes we just gotta learn from it, and it's part of the growth process, and it's gonna work out. And sometimes it's shameful, and we know that, and that's it. That all of us go through shameful periods in our life, but don't let that break you, right? Don't let that be your end of all end. That is your beginning to say, from this point on, I'm gonna do things different. So let your integrity be intact. Let your morals still stand. And
Yeah,
with that,
man.
everything else will work itself out. So again, we want to
Shout out to
say
the sponsors.
shout outs to Melamina, shout outs to Shein, shout outs to um Kayla's joined Kayla's boutique on Friday, September 27th from 5 to 8 at Cobb Civic Center. Um, they are doing the night market. So if you have your business and you want to come show, they will have music, DJs, custom cars and bikes, and all those good food. Shout outs to Katie's Hair and Beauty. Right. Shout outs to them. So if you need your hair done, she's in Decatur, Georgia. Shout outs to
Everybody.
Ffvibezradio. We were tuning live on
Definitely.
Ffvibezradio. So definitely, if you are in um, the market for your DJ and you want to showcase your talent, you can definitely be a part of FF
Yep.
Vibes team. Shout outs to who else? Everybody that been supporting. We have some more things coming up in the future, definitely. But again, I want to say shout outs to you, all the viewers, all the subscribers. We want to say thank you, and you guys continue to like and support. So
Yeah, man.
again, it's been an amazing show, and love each other. Let's get back to the place where we genuinely love people. You know what I mean, and not take people for granted. So
Yeah,
again,
man.
we want to say
Peace
good
and love.
night. What you got to say, feelings?
I don't know what I go and say anything. You know what I mean? Spread the love, spread the unity like this. This thing that is going on between these two be an eye opener to you guys, you know what I mean? And we come to realize that it shouldn't be like that, you know what I mean? It's different, you know what I mean? Just try to work it out. If it can't work out, then you go your way, you know what I mean? At the end of the day, peace and love. Make sure you are subscribed to the YouTube channel, that Watch the Cock YouTube channel. Drop your comments for those persons logging on the Facebook. Share the live. You understand? It was a pleasure being here with you guys as the co-host on the outside and the operator. You know, we do
And one more thing, and shout outs to Serenity Fountain. Definitely, if you guys need some juice that's healing for your body, natural, holistic juices, she definitely have whatever you need for whatever your aches and elements is. And definitely shout outs to watchthecock.com. Definitely go there. You guys will see all the links for the sponsorship. You guys can definitely reach out to them for whatever the products that you need. All right.
And do
Again,
remember, if you want to run your ads, also you could run your ads right here on Watch the Cock podcast. Also, you know what I mean. So feel free to run your ads, whether it's your party, your business. We're doing advertisement over here also.
right. So we're giving you guys a special. So we're giving you a 2 for 1.
Yeah.
So whatever we run on
Vibes
FFI, we're
Radio
gonna run on Watch the
right
God.
here. So yeah, man.
Definitely.
Love you guys.
Love you
Thank
guys.
you, Shad.
Good night. Kingston, say bye to the people.
Say bye.
Say bye.